Okay, hello everyone, how are you doing? This is TogaTalks by TogaChimp. I just wanted to voice my opinion about exactly where Mario was headed and what he basically is to me. Now, I understand that Nintendo needs to use Mario to their advantage, and Mario is Nintendo's mascot for all intents and purposes, and Nintendo's bread and butter. Whenever Nintendo can take Mario and use him in any type of gameplay, they'll make a profit. As I said, he's his bread and butter. You take Mario, put him in a sports mix. You take Mario, put him in Olympic Games. Take Mario, put him in, for Christ's sake, you might as well put him in Dynasty Warriors. In fact, that's what Nintendo's doing with Zelda, with the new Hyrule. What's that, Hyrule Warriors game that's being called? Anyway, I understand what they're doing with Mario is trying to milk him for everything he has. But at the same time, with these new Mario games coming out that are being basically shovelwared by Nintendo, they're putting in very little creativity in the thought in the development of Mario titles. Now, let me just give you a little history lesson about my time with Mario. I started out with Mario back in before Super Mario. Well, actually, pretty much my career with Mario began in Super Mario World. So I love 2D Mario games. Okay, don't get me wrong. I love 2D Mario side-scrolling platformer games, and Super Mario World is one of the tightest controlling games for Mario in general, and I enjoy it very much. As Mario further developed, and the Mario 64 came out for the N64, then Super Mario Sunshine came out. And then Galaxy came out. You know, those 3D platforming games with little hubs, the social worlds being developed from within the game. That is, in my opinion, the most pure form of Mario you can get. The most well thought out and most developed form of Mario you can flesh out. Now, I understand as the future 2013 Mario has become much more retro. You know, apostrophe. Retro. What bothers me about what Mario is to me is that he's not just a two-player platformer. When it comes to a 3D console for Mario is much more of a fleshed-out experience with a world around you, with different sets of challenges, not just a singular platformer gameplay experience, but with several put together. And when I see, like, Super Mario World 3D Land, I get really kind of stressed out because I feel like Super Mario 3D World, the newest one that came out, I was basically heartbroken with that new Super Mario 3D World game release because I thought that it was going to be another like Sunshine or Mario 64 release, in that it was going to be, you know, have a little world you can explore. You have the freedom to run around, have the freedom to play any type of gameplay challenges you want, and then just you know, crawl around a castle, crawl around a goddamn cabana for all you want, and then climb on different things and then do different things. I mean, like, one of the funnest things about the Mario series is that you can jump around, climb on different fences, you can hang off of things, you can climb on things, you can wall jump on anything you want, get around any way you want. The freedom to do what you want in air acrobatics is what I think Mario is in essence. When they take that away in Super Mario World, they basically streamline you and force you to play the game with only that 2D platformer-esque style. It just bothers me a lot. But that's what bothers me about Mario. It's like, it seems like that Nintendo is trying to take Mario and just continuously milk him for all he's worth, and they're just, as I said, they're shovel-wearing Mario titles into existence, which is good for Nintendo's business model, but in terms of creativity, they're not ushering in a new sense of originality for Mario. There's a lot they can do with Mario. Of course, they can put him in like any sort of game they want. They can even put him into like a robotics game, into a puzzle-based game, into, you know, like actually that's what they're doing. They're having Mario and Donkey Kong titles and stuff like that. They're doing good with Mario, but the thing that I want to get down to is I'm fearful that the newest Mario titles will be too centered on 3D platforming, apostrophe again, or quotation, and there's not going to be enough creativity and time developed to create another fleshed out world, for instance like Sunshine or Super Mario 64, of course, as I've mentioned before. But those two games, they have so many different styles of gameplay within the one game. Like, for instance, you can ride on shells, you can use the flood in Super Mario Sunshine, of course, and even within every single level in Super Mario Sunshine, there's a new level gameplay gimmick, essentially like riding a roller coaster, shooting missiles off of a roller coaster, riding a Yoshi, eating fruit, picking up fruit, throwing fruit. Any type of action you can do in a game contributes to the fun you can experience. And when you limit the variety of gameplay experiences, then you limit the fun. And you limit the creativity of the players and the developers alongside it. So I just want to say I want Mario to go back to be a more fleshed out experience. The new Mario title I want, past Super Mario 3D World, I really want it to be a strong, fleshed out world with its own environment, with its own story, with its own little hub to explore, but inherent with a 3D world that you can move the fucking controller, the camera in, and then do several different types of challenges in. And challenges are for different verbs of the game. Basically doing different things. I don't even care if you give Mario an axe. That'll be new. Have Mario's axe be able to chop down trees, or be able to cut certain blocks or whatever. Do something new with Mario. He can do anything you want. That's the fun about games. There's infinity. You can even make Mario a space captain like a Starship Enterprise. That'd be fun as hell. Flying ships in space with Mario. That'd be fun. I mean, they can do anything with Mario. But I just want them to make a full, fleshed out experience with Mario with, as I said, a storyline, a setting around you with which you can explore freely within. Like, Sunshine 64. Those games, by the way, were very much like GTA games, which you can run around in, screw around, hang out, and then do any challenge that's present within the world you want. And that's a nice, relaxing, fun experience. And you can even put in multiplayer. And you can run around with friends and do that shit and do challenges together. It's fun. Now, what I want to basically take us to is where exactly do I think Mario will be taken to in the future? It frightens me to think that that Nintendo will use Mario as simply a platforming experience. Like, Mario's quintessential existence is going to be only to cater to platforming bullshit, because that's not exactly what Mario is. Mario is not that. I mean, they have Donkey Kong, and Donkey Kong Country Returns is a phenomenal game. That game takes platforming to a new level, much better than the Mario titles are. The Mario titles are just really annoying. They're built for kids. The 3D World and 3D Land and New Super Mario Bros. Wii and Wii U. Those ones are built for kids. And they're meant to be soft-core experiences for people who've never played a video game before and they want to just, play around with their girlfriend or shit like that. And then, it's okay if you die. Ha 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 ha, it's okay, it's all fun and games. We like to play. No, it's not. Shit, it's not fun when the gameplay is slow and sluggish, and the challenge comes from you having to be patient to put up with the game's bullshit, not from the game itself. That's not fun. Retro Studios, which is the new developer for Donkey Kong Country Returns games, does a great job with the challenges, and they're very, very fun. That's the perfect 2D platformer. Retro Studios is the new Rare, and I salute them. They're great men. But anyway, I just want Mario. What do I think Mario will be taking in the future is that Nintendo is going to keep using Mario in several different titles. He's their mascot. I think what's going to happen is that Nintendo is going to make another title, and it's going to be similar to Galaxy. It's going to be taking the flavors of Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, those hub worlds, that type of style, but they're gonna mix it in with that like that shitty ass like World War II, World War III, World War IV-esque style of fragmented empires being put together for the sake of abstract obstacles to overcome. I don't want it to be like that. I want it to be not just abstract obstacles, but I want the abstract obstacles to be coming from the setting from which the world has been fleshed out from within, if that makes any sense. For instance, I don't want to be just taken to some sort of house that has collapsing walls. I want to be taken to a ghost house that has a history behind it, based off of Mario's stories. Like, for instance, Princess Peach's like crazy nephew's house or something like that. And then you explore it, and then like different pieces of the story start to attack you from within the house, and it's a much more thought out, developed, in-depth experience, and it's much more fun, including the abstract obstacles. Obstacles are a lot of fun, but I just want them to have more sustenance behind them besides just being jumping platforms. That sounds kind of weird, but anyway, I just basically want a more fleshed out experience, Super Mario Sunshine-esque and Super Mario 64-esque, where there's a world to play around and fuck around in. And Galaxy was a good game as well, and that was, you know, a nice little hub world. You could explore and do different challenges, and it just wasn't as close to 64 and Sunshine as I had wanted. I think Mario will be dancing a thin line between the fragmented world structure versus the hub world structure. I want Mario to be going back to the world hub structure, but I believe that the Mario will be taken in the future. Nintendo will take Mario to a more you know, fragmented world structure. I don't really want that. I don't really want just Mario to be like a simple pressing A button to move game just to cater to the stupid kids who have never touched a Mario title before. I want him to be, you know, my man. But anyway, yeah, I know, it just feels like Nintendo's just just trying to capture in a big net as many people as demographics as they can, by taking Mario and then shedding away his layers of strength and making him to a shallow 2D experience. But pretty much that's exactly everything I wanted to say. Mario is a great man. Nintendo can do a good job with what they're doing. I have faith in Nintendo. I know they're going to do a good job. And I'm just waiting for the next Nintendo title to come out. I'm sure it's going to be in 2014. Maybe 2015. It's going to be a full title. It's not going to be a bullshit 3D World. It's, I mean, 3D World was fun. Okay, let me just, last thing to note on. 3D World was, the best part about Super Mario 3D World was those miniature challenges, those little, like, you know, those little treasure chests you hopped into, or those boxes you hopped into, that had those, like, 20-second challenges. You had to collect all the stuff and then finish it real fast. That was fun. That was challenging, and it made you work your ass off to get it done, right? That was fun. If Mario can capitalize on little scenarios like that while capturing him into a full dished out hub world setting in the different types of gameplay styles within one, closer to Super Mario 64 and Sunshine, as I said 500,000 times, I'll be a happy man. That's all I want. That's all I want. I want Mario to be taken to a new land, and I basically want him to be more, it sounds weird, but like, you know, put a little more RPG flair into Mario as opposed to just being so shallow of a jump around experience. Okay, and that's the end of my spiel. Sorry for being so annoying, but anyway, that's what I was talking about. I don't even know if I had a point to this, but it's a fun discussion. Anyway, this is TogaChimp signing off. That was a first episode of TogaTalks. Hope you guys stay tuned for some more episodes. You guys have a good night or a good day. This is TogaChimp signing off. Bye bye, guys.